talking in English, we have
Oh,
Cristiano right now to help me
yeah,
talk in English. But it's your content, man. I will be here as your guest. Please
yeah.
take your stage.
Oh man, I was so nervous before this. Really.
Really?
I was like, I've been watching your classes like for years, like the last 2 years. I've been watching you, and
Wow.
I was okay. I'm going to talk with the greatest Mike.
Oh man, thank you. You're so kind. I noticed that you are in the office.
Yeah, the
Stanley.
best.
Hi Stanley.
The best TV show. I was getting ready, and I was like, okay, I have to find a good background for my,
The best of all.
best of all. I'm so happy, man. Thank you so much for having this little chat with me because it's to show everybody that doesn't matter your level in English. I mean, you don't need to be fluent to get a job, and that's what I'm trying to do. Actually, with my YouTube channel, I've just trying to talk in English, practice because I don't have a lot of friends that speak English, so
Right.
it's very difficult to practice. And I never went like to a proper school to learn English. And I used to do subtitles for legendas.tv,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I used to do subtitles for them, and that's how I
Right.
learned. I was like 15 years old, 14 years old. It was a long, long time ago. 24, like 24 horas, Jack Bauer.
Yeah.
I used to yeah, I used to do subtitles for the TV show. That's how I learned because I used to do like Google Translator and okay, how can I understand this? And that's how I practice. And to talk, I never had the chance, and it's very difficult for to get around. I mean, to find people to talk in English. And you were like, "Oh, my English is not so good." Come on, man, your English is
It's okay. It's okay.
it's great. I mean, it's great. If I can understand you, that's perfect. I mean, I have been to some interview, like international interview, and I
Really?
was speaking. I mean, I'm shaking right now, and I was shaking way worse in the interview. And the guy was like, "Oh, you don't need to be so nervous. Your English is fine. I can understand you, and you can understand me, and that's what I want."
Fantastic.
So to show everybody that if you can understand or speak just a little bit, that's good enough for you to try to get like a international job or something like that. So
Yes, I think that I am thinking so much about the perfect English, the perfect sentences, and past, future, etc. And sometimes my mind just make me think a lot, and I don't know. Sometimes I think I can't speak in English, but okay,
no, you can,
here I
you
am.
can. Okay, so I have like a few topics to discuss for
Okay,
you to talk a little more than me because I've been talking all for all this right now.
okay,
So, okay, who is Mike Brito? Oh, I mean, where are you from? How old are you?
okay.
Because I'm 32. Okay, if you don't want to say your your age, I'm
No, that's okay.
32, and I feel like old, and I'm trying to compete with young people like 20 years old, and they are way smarter than me, and they know all the technologies, and I'm just like a junior dev and I don't feel like a senior when I try to compare with them. So for me it's very difficult. So who is MacBrick? How long
Okay,
have you been programming, stuff like that?
okay. I've been programming about 20 years. Yeah, I am 7'1". Look so young because I don't smoke. Just
Seven,
kidding. Just kidding. I'm 40. I'm 40, man.
40? Really?
Yeah, it's real. It's real. I'm
I
40.
thought you were like younger than me. Really?
No, no, I'm older.
Jesus Christ. I should stop smoking then.
That's right. So, uh, I've been uh, working in programming since 2008.
Oh, before React, right?
Yeah,
Way
when when
before.
when JavaScript was like Java Spirit, it's like this monster. But after that, I think in 2015,
Okay, like
It's good.
7 years
Yeah,
later.
it's good. It's good. It's a good JavaScript, but till then, just worst. But I was programming. I think that it was Action Script. Did you hear about that? Okay, it's a Action Script. It's a language that work on flashy, that
Yeah,
thing
the old
that,
one.
yeah,
Charges.com.br. Charges used to do like with Flash. It's old school. I mean, it's way old.
yeah, that's right. So I remember that my dad gave me a computer. It's 2001 when I start to understand about programming and other stuff, because but well, the knowledge is not easy to found. That time is not easily, we can't found knowledge just too easy like it's now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I
That,
mean everybody's doing videos. We have tons of documents teaching. You
yeah,
have Rocket Seat, right? So
yeah,
we have a lot of websites teaching and documents. Like 20 years ago, like 15 years ago, nothing. I
yeah,
mean, you have to get to the older guys, and they have to teach you. And now you have like tons of content to,
yeah, yeah. And that time I was just curious about, I think that till today, but I started looking for things to do with computer because my dad says to me, take that and learn how to make money. Okay, I will try. And I noticed that programming, it was a good thing, but I didn't start at programming. I just try to be musician. I try to be, yeah, video maker and other stuff,
yeah.
but programming reached me later, and oh, okay, I started with that. Try a lot of things, but in 20, I think 2019, I've just found Rocket Seat. That's,
Diego.
yes, Diego Fernandes. That this is school it was teaching us programming, and I studying with Diego to came back to programming because I tried another stuff, and it was not programming every time. I was not programming every time. So when I found Rocket Seed, I like it so much, the way that Diego was teaching, in the way that I was learning and becoming great, you know. And one of the things that I try as a student, I try to talk with Diego to ask for some tips to begin to create videos, right?
Yes,
Eh,
that's what I'm going to do with you later.
yeah.
Just
so so uh, he gave me the chips, but he said to me, "Man, just come and work with us. Work with us. We need someone to teach the young students,
and
the
you have like a
beginners."
yeah, and you have a great communication. Like
Yeah,
you're a great communicator, so it's easy,
yeah,
right?
yeah. But I didn't see that in myself, but he saw
Really?
that. Yeah, he
Come
saw
on,
that.
man.
Yeah. He saw that, and I accepted, and I'm here.
It's a great journey, man. I have to say, it's a great journey.
Thank you.
For myself, I wish I could be like in 10 years, maybe in 10 years or 8 years, being a good level, like developing things.
Yeah,
Because I just switched careers. For the past 3 years, I've been programming. So all my life I've been working on offs, back offs, like the the background.
yeah,
So using spreadsheet, Excel. I never got only SQL, but doing some queries, something very basic using SQL, but spreadsheet most of the time.
yeah,
And for the past 2 years, I've been studying and working with technology, like programming language and stuff like that. And for me, I'm finally doing something that I really like it. It's awesome because for the like the past 10 years I've been working back offices and never really enjoyed myself. I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to get Friday. I wait to get to the it's like, oh my god, the weekend.
Yeah.
It's Monday, but I am thinking about the weekend."
Yeah.
And I never really enjoyed. Now I'm just very excited. Oh, like my boss sent me a new task in
Yeah.
Jira and
Okay.
say, okay, you have to do this, and you have like 4 hours or something like that. And for me, it's like a puzzle to solve it.
Yeah.
It's good, it's a good thing. But before that, working on an office, I have like everything is the same every day. Oh
Yeah.
man, so for me, programming, studying this,
Yeah.
and I don't know,
I-
it's
for me, it's one of the things that make me like so much about programming is the new things that we can learn every day. So we we don't want to sleep anymore. We just want to be awake
Hi
and,
everyone, I'm
solve the
Christian.
puzzle, right?
Yeah. So okay, so how much does how often do you use your English in programming every day?
In
It's a lot or
programming,
yeah,
every time, because
everything.
I'm always watching videos, reading documentations, every time coding. In my coding, I try to code in English too.
Yeah, I just saw it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
your. So, I mean, people in Brazil has to know to understand that if you want to get an international job, you have to practice your English. So it's better to practice writing your own code in English.
okay,
It's another way to practice.
yeah,
So I mean, my code was always in English, but I went to like a startup like
yeah.
a few months ago, and the code was like functions somar produto,
No,
and I was like,
man,
please guys, did you
no.
like
It
not
was a
even check?
convention. It was a convention in that.
I mean, just that in that project, because we had
Okay,
a lot of projects.
all right.
So in that project, most of the code, front end code, was in Portuguese, and I was like, oh dear lord,
Don't do that.
it's easier to understand because we are Brazilians, but
Okay,
uh,
but I can't code in Portuguese, man. I don't
yeah.
know.
And there's some like Portuguese functions and then some English functions in between. And I was like, okay, or if you want to use Portuguese, do it all the
Yeah, like a
not
convention, right? Right.
yeah, yeah. So okay, have you ever like traveled abroad to use your English
No,
skills?
no, it's one of my child's dream.
Really?
Ah, man, I had the passport now and the visa. I
You have the visa
Yeah,
also? I
man,
mean,
a 10-year but I don't
you
I
don't have the
didn't do
time.
you don't have the yeah.
You are working a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So right now, your hobbies, because we have been talking about like programming stuff like
Okay.
that. What do you like to do? I know you. I noticed the guitar in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
like a
like it.
cifras teacher.
You,
I don't
you
know.
know, yeah, I like a lot. It was I wanted to be a musician. My plan A, it's to be a musician, but I didn't do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I'm
know.
here, and it just a hobby, just a hobby. But I
I
like it
know
so much, so
because
much. Ah,
let me show. I also have like a guitar and I tried by myself and I couldn't.
every programmer, it's
It's
a
a
it's a sometime it's some way it's a musician inside.
yeah.
I don't know.
Because we want to create something, like music, like, and yeah, it's every programming that I met is a guitar player or like a keyboard player.
Yeah, yeah,
So outside outside the guitar, you like play games? What do you like to do?
yeah.
Like
I like to play League of Legends. Don't tell
LOL,
anyone. Oh man.
LOL.
Yeah. Sometimes. But
But you do,
I like to walk, just walk to to make my
yeah.
body moving. Yeah, I like it with listen some podcasts and audiobooks. I like that too.
Okay. Oh, that's nice because you are walking, like doing some exercise,
Yeah,
and you're also like
yeah,
exercising your brain. So
yeah,
it's
yeah,
a nice combination.
yeah.
I can't because if I start to walk and then I start to pay attention, I just lost. I mean, I
Really?
got lost very easily. Yes,
But
I have no.
I got lost last week.
Really?
Really, man. I just go for a walk, and I try to make some path, and I think that if I take another path, I will get fast in my house. I've been lost for 30 minutes. No, yeah, yeah, 40 minutes lost.
Yeah, I went like in a Euro trip by myself. Like I went to Europe and visit some countries by myself, alone,
Yeah,
and like I got lost so many times, man. And I my battery from my cell phone died, and I was like, okay, where am I? And I was in German or Switzerland, and I was like, who can I talk with? Because if I don't have the English,
yeah,
conversation, I'm going to be like a mendigo. I don't know the word
yeah.
for.
Just
I'm
give
going
me
to live in the street.
water, food. I don't know how to get home. Please.
Yeah, man. So for the last question, because I don't want to like take more of your time, because you're a businessman
No,
now, right?
no. I mean, like it a lot, but I don't know if my English is getting you. It's getting
No,
okay.
it's yeah,
It's
yeah.
doing okay.
We have been talking in English the entire
All right,
time, and I could
all right,
understand. So
all right.
that's what I want to tell everybody. Like,
Perfect.
if you could understand everything, even the mistakes that I did with my grammar, like because I don't know the grammar. I don't know. I learned by myself, so I don't know exactly the perfect way to say the sentence.
Yeah,
So if you can get me, that's the only thing you need to like to get a job, like international job.
fantastic.
Some like yeah, it's not that you don't. Sometimes you need like the certificate, like B3 or
Mhm.
B2 or B1. But if you just talk with the interviewer, you can
You
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 can
you
get that.
must to understand
The other
the
person.
the other person, the tasks, the and
Yeah.
communicate back to explain what you're doing, how you do that, something like that, right?
So, what do you think about the future of programming in Brazil? Do you think where is this
Mm.
going? Like to React? Because I don't think React is the hype anymore. I think it's
Mm.
maybe coming down. Right? I don't know.
Interesting.
You are the teacher. Now
Interesting.
tell us.
Interesting.
Tell us the future. I mean,
No, what I think with the jump of the AI in our lives, I think that we don't need to code hard code anymore. I think that we can use that to help us to code. But about the technologies, I think that it's always have been the hypes and the downs, the up and down. It's normal. I think that React in Brazil is still a good thing, but I don't know there in Europe. I think that Vue it's good. We have a lot of opportunities, but in Brazil, I think React have some time yet. With Next, we have that, but I think that the yeah, AI, AI,
yeah,
the AI, it will help us to code fast, to think more about the core of programming. You know, think strategic, think about resolve things, think about the code itself, not about the letters, but
yeah,
the architecture of things. I think that that will make a good programming in the future. You know, the programmer that know the fundamentals, but don't need to code everything the fundamentals, but
yeah,
make a good product. I think that it's the path for a good programmer.
yeah. Uh,
Right?
I think the same. I mean, I think the same because I've been using like Chat GPT for the past year,
Yeah.
and help me. Jesus
Help
Christ
it. Help it.
helps me a lot.
Yeah.
Helps me. Yeah.
I don't know how
See,
to say that.
even me can struggle with the language.
Yeah, it's normal. Okay.
It's right sometimes,
All right.
but yeah, I think everybody's. I mean, the last job that I got in the startup, everybody was using ChatGPT all the time.
Oh.
But sometimes it's like helps productive,
Hmm.
productive, but sometimes the code get, like it's the worst. You can't understand.
Yeah,
It's wrong, full of bugs, and
yeah.
you have to. So there's the good side and the bad side of
That's why
using AI.
I think that the programmer needs to understand a lot of fundamentals and architecture and make that code looks better to improve that. I think that AI is like our how can I say estagiário.
And oh, I
I don't
forgot.
know. Okay, but that guy that will help with the little things and put that. But we need to clean that. We need to make it better,
Yeah,
just to help us could help faster.
yeah.
For that internship. This says Newton internship.
Internship. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure, sure.
three. Okay.
So I mean, that's all. You have like a very good English, man. I have to say.
Thank
Uh,
you, man.
you told me like, oh, my English is not so good. Maybe
Yeah, I
I
don't
was like,
know.
oh, okay, but let us
I,
give it a try.
I just have the courage. I don't know how can I say that. I just do that. Need to do. I will do. And
Yeah.
please help me, God. Let's do it.
Please help me. Yeah, that's it, man. Have the guts. You have to
The
have the
guts.
courage to try,
Yeah.
because little kids, that's how they learn.
Yeah.
They keep trying. They keep
Perfect.
trying. They keep making mistakes and getting wrong, getting right. That's how they learn. So we have to do the same thing.
Yeah.
That's how it.
Perfect.
That's the way, man.
Thank
Thank you so
you,
much, Mike.
oh
Thanks so
Cristiano.
much.
Thank you for inviting me and your channel. Okay, man, you are so amazing. So how can I say carinhoso,
Crazy.
kind, so kind to invite me. Thank you.
Oh, come on, man. It's my pleasure. I mean, I just started this channel, and I started because I need to practice my English,
Fantastic.
and I need to create content.
Yeah,
So right now I'm doing like a React or TypeScript content to explain some things, and that's how I learn how to code, how to improve my code, and how to say the things in English, how to
perfect,
practice the English. So I
perfect.
mean, that's for me, that's the perfect combination. And thank you so much for having me here too.
Thank you too, man.
Bye, man. See you later.
Bye bye.
And I mean, it was a pleasure.
It's mine. It's mine.
See you guys.
Thank you, man.
Bye.
Bye.